Well, Tony, I have the answer, of course, because I did follow that story about Sushi and the Banshees. It was Iggy Pop.
Ziggy
That was
Pop, yeah,
supposed
Iggy Pop. That's right.
Iggy Pop, who famously said, "I'm bored. I'm the chairman of the board.
That's right.
I
That's
got a
right.
pain in my heart."
That's
Come
right,
on.
exactly. I wish it was televised. I had went to a concert Friday. I was just too fried, too tired to get up early and do a 12 hour, a 12 hour noon to nooner, a noon to midnight the following night. But anyway, that's what's happening out here. But I've seen many of those. I'm not a big festival guy because I like to see the full sets. Probably would have been disappointed seeing half the set, but it's still fun out there anyway. But anyway, we're going here to baseball today, and the Dodgers going to be showcasing some of your young pitchers this week, not by choice, because of Urias and May hitting the injured list. So this was a highlighted series. It's going to be dampened by that. But Gonzalez will pitch Game 3 of this series, but that's a few days away. But tonight, Braves and the Dodgers. Braves minus 148, total 9.5.
Yeah, and Grove too. Don't forget
Yeah.
he hit the injured list, and he was supposed to be an impact. So they still have Gavin Stone around. I mean, that everyone's kind of looking at this matchup, and you see red hot Charlie Morton against Gavin Stone, and people are ready to, throw Stone under the bus a little bit. He's still number 4 prospect for the Dodgers and one of the top 50 prospects in baseball. He did have 4 innings in his debut against Philadelphia. He tore up the minor leagues last year. I think what's happened this year, Tony, a little bit for Stone is getting shuffled back a little bit because even his Oklahoma City numbers aren't that great. 4.04 ERA. I mean, a PCL not bad, but maybe the shuffling a little bit, maybe the uneasy feeling of not knowing where you're going to make the next start has gotten to Stone in that debut against the Phillies. He went 4 innings and didn't look that sharp, but I'm going to give him a chance here. Certainly, even against this terrific Atlanta lineup, if he gets the motivation in a matchup with a guy like Morton, I think he can come through with a solid start. He has to. You talk about the Dodgers starters. The bullpen is also uncharacteristically bad so far this year for the Dodgers, but who cares? The Dodgers are still 29-19, so even though they've got these injuries now to get in the way a little bit, they're still finding ways because they do it the Dodger way. So they did only win one of those 4 games at St. Louis. So it was that poor bullpen that had somewhat to do with it as well as the Cards took 3 of 4. They allowed those runs yesterday again. So and the Dodgers, I don't know how they're doing it really. I mean, they're hitting 233. They are connecting with home runs. We know that they are using the long ball to their advantage. And, well, that might not be the best necessarily for Charlie Morton, although Morton coming in at 5-3, a 2.85 ERA, great numbers, 1.42 ERA his last couple of starts. He's got that K rate, which actually is down for him about 24-25%. But he's also gotten a lot stronger with his ground ball rate up at near 50%. Last year, some of Morton's. I'm with you, Tony. I'm
You're with
okay.
me. You're
Sorry.
back. You're back. You're with me.
Okay. I know. I'm sure you heard me. Did you hear all that I was talking about
You got
Morton?
cut off. You got cut off for about 5 seconds.
Thank you, Morton. 24% K rate, which is actually down a little bit from his norm, and also Atlanta for Morton. 50% ground ball rate, which is actually an improvement from last year. Some of Morton's ups and downs may have come from last year just having a 40% ground ball rate. So he's actually been able to get that back up close to major league standard. And he did have a great start versus Texas last time out against Texas, mind you, another good lineup. I still throw the Dodgers in there as a good lineup, despite that average. I mean, they have the power. But that start against Texas for Morton, 6 2/3 innings, 7 hits, and no runs allowed. So bullpen for the Braves a little bit better than the Dodgers, certainly right now, and the team ERA at 3.5. Top 5 pitching staff so far in the major leagues. Now, one thing that the Braves hitters do not do is walk. Just 5% walk rate for the Braves hitters So maybe that will benefit Stone a little bit. Dodgers have had trouble at Truist the last couple of times in there. They've won just one of their last 7 games against right-handed starters in Atlanta. We'll note 5 straight games between these two have gone under, including a last 4 games here in Atlanta. That's going to be the direction I'm looking. Look at that number, 9.5. Let's not, think that we don't have good pitching on these teams, despite what some of the numbers might say, especially on the whole for the Dodgers. But again, you are dealing with still a very good prospect here in Stone, and Morton's numbers have been strong. I just think that even with the way these two teams are bashing it, I've got to consider the under 9.5 here with this one with Dodgers and Braves.
Everyone says Dodgers, Braves, under 9.5 in this one. I think people are looking at that St. Louis series where the Dodger pitching got pounded a little bit. They got to Kershaw,
Oh,
and they got to the Dodgers bullpen.
Oh, for sure. I mean, what was it, 10 runs, basically? So, yeah, it was a rough. And again, I think we talked about it on the show, Tony. You can put St. Louis's poor start aside. It could happen to anybody. All of a sudden, their lineup, to me, I've got them number 6 already offensively, despite being, I think, I want to say 5 or 6 games under 500. Talking about St. Louis now, but their offense is coming on very strong right now. Looks like Goldie's heating up. Arenado's kind of kicked his woes a little bit here. So when you have, obviously 2 top offenses, you're probably going to expect some runs. That's why that number's up there too. I've got the Braves currently at number 3 in my ranking of offenses. I have the Dodgers at number 8. I hope you're not insulted too much by them. I
No,
certainly
no,
have the Dodgers
that's
right
that's
now
that's that's high
still.
in my book. But all right.
Yeah, well, especially considering that batting average, but they
Yeah.
do come through. They come through with the long ball at the clutch. Do they have a clutch rating? Because that's what the Dodgers have right now, is what it seems like to me. So I'm going to stick to the under here. Mindy and I did give out the opinion on the show today that this game would go to the Braves. Maybe the advantage in that starting pitching department. Like I said, with Stone, we just saw him one time so far. And again, just go back and look at his minor league numbers last year. I think you mentioned it, Tony, in your show today as well. I mean, that's why he is considered a good. If you figure with Stone and Grove, the Dodgers have, just like they always do, more pitching on the horizon. So expect soon enough for Stone to figure it out. Tough lineup to go against here tonight, but I'm certainly going to give him a chance here in this one, Tony.
Yeah, don't forget they got those 2 great prospects from Toronto. Remember when they traded Mitch? Who was a kid's name that started for the Dodgers last year? Mitch White, right? Mitch White. They traded him over to Toronto, thinking he was major league ready because he was showcased. Mitch White that trained at the trade deadline. They traded him to Toronto. Toronto gave up 2 solid prospects. They were probably a couple years away from me. We'd probably see maybe them next season, but Mitch White. I don't know if Toronto would want to do that deal over again.
Be interesting to see what the Dodgers have up their sleeve this time. I would imagine, I know you talked them down a little bit, but now that they've gotten off to this start, of course the goal for the Dodgers is always to win the World Championship, and they probably didn't think that this was ever, you know, a throwaway season or even a season that they had to overachieve. But now they put themselves into this position. If this situation continues, then we know, look, Gonsolin. Don't forget Gonsolin's
Yeah,
issue
Gonsolin. Yeah,
too.
Pepiot,
So
Pepiot also. Pepiot was somebody they
yeah,
expect.
Pepe was not. I mean, he's on the 60 day now,
Yeah,
so that's going to be an issue, right? So the Dodgers, could they make a move, for some more pitching? Look, I don't think that it's past Grove and Stone. Should those guys come back? I mean, May and Urias. You always got to wonder, certainly about the situations, with May, but. Maybe the Dodgers might be interested in doing something now, considering they're off to this great, great surge that they're on to the top of the standings, and I guess we'll have to see about that. But 9.5 is a Major League Baseball game. Better have a little bit better pitching than that. A great series right now, one of the top series of the year so far with this one with the Braves and the Dodgers. definitely could be seeing them, I guess, in October.
Yeah, well, the season we expect the season to be a little different. Had the Padres played up to met their expectations, they would be looking up for the Padres. But as you've talked time and time again, when they're chasing the favorite, maybe they're in a better position. When they are expected to win, I don't know if they were even. I mean, they may have been favored to win. I know people were down the Dodgers, but a lot of people love the Padres this year because of what we saw with the Dodgers. But when the Padres are expected to be the division winner, it doesn't seem to happen.
No, and that's they're definitely not able to play from this that type of buildup that they had. So maybe that's what they need. Maybe falling behind a little bit, they can get it together and figure it out. But right now, it doesn't seem. I've been on. I mean, I have a good feel for the team for that team. I mean, we took them yesterday convincingly, and they did handle that game. So felt like I know when the Padres are going to win, the Padres are going to lose. So, anyways, Tony, yeah, under 9.5 here. Braves and Dodgers, good series here in Atlanta between these two teams tonight. Morton, Braves also have a little bit of pitching issues, obviously, with Max
Oh
Fried
yeah.
also currently on the shelf.
Right,
So.
Kyle Wright's another one. So yeah, the Dodgers got the best. Their young guys are going to face some good pitchers here for the Braves. But yeah, the Braves are dealing with their rotational issues, no doubt about that. We saw them have some struggles of late as well. I think I was talking to one of those shows how they were. I think last week I think for the week the lowest return on investment. The Braves, so they went through a down spell. But anyway, Ramon here, Dodgers, Braves under 9.5. This one will have a start time here, 7:20 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com. Again, unit leader over at Tony'sPicks.com, 4,277 units of profit. All document over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can verify that by going to Ramon's handicapper page. On the leaderboard there, you'll see it. All right, Ramon, tonight we got a 12-game card for Major League Baseball. We also have singles from the NBA as well as NHL. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, now we're down to just one playoff game in each sport every night. I've decided to put everything together. 5 plays in Major League Baseball, plus the 2 playoff plays that I have tonight. 7-pack, $35. Simple as that. Right there, I'm calling it an all-access pass to get in with my package tonight. You get all my premium pick plays. I don't think there'll be anything else tonight. So we'll go with a 7-pack here in MLB, NBA, NHL. Pick it up for $35. Not even that much. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll save you 20% off of that price, and that'll get you started with me if you've ever wanted to know what's it like to use a tout. Do I need to use a tout? I don't want to pay for picks. Well, if you're having any problem, come on board with the man who leads the website here in units produced this season. That would be me. Pick up that package for 20% off when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. If I don't come through on this 7-pack and show a profit, you can use it on one of our other good handicappers, or come back with me the next day. That's profit guarantee right here. Or you can get involved with any of my long-term packages. You see right there, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, or longer over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can use that promo code TonyT at checkout. What's it like to ride with Ramon for a week, for a month? Find out to get that winning taken care of. We did it. We did the job over the weekend, finished in the green. That UFC card really helped us going 4-1. And we'll be able to get this going again here shortly. Hate to see these playoff sports wrap up, but that's the nature of the game. We're in May right now. We're going to hit summer. If you want to keep building your bankroll, going to do it in the major leagues. So stick with me here throughout the summer. We'll get you more winners here at Tony'sPicks.com. So thanks a lot, Tony. That 7-pack is my featured pack tonight. Just one package and we'll get it.
That's right, guys. Got Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. Flash the records again. Unit leader over at Tony'sPicks.com for 2023. 4,277 units of profit. All document over at Tony's Picks. So get on board with Ramon. And of course, he's got that 7-pack again, posting 5 baseball games as well as playoff action from the NBA and NHL there. But instead of buying the plays individually, you may opt for the long-term pass. If you want to try Ramon out for 7 days, here we are on a Monday. Get that weekly all sports pass to get all of Ramon's premium plays for 7 days. All of his baseball, all of his NBA, all of his NHL for the 7 days. Also looks at some of the peripheral sports, maybe in action in tennis, maybe in action in soccer. I don't believe there's UFC this week. But if there was, that would also be part of it. So Ramon here in action with peripheral sports. So get on board WNBA as well. So get on board with that 7-day pass. And of course, you can use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. I'll do the math on this one. You'll save about just about close to $30 when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description and click the All Cappers tab. You'll land right on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up. Okay, so continuing here, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Pitch Ramon with more content there. Of course, you let people know about your service. Discord for more content. Of course, you moderate the Discord. And of course, the Morning Steam, another show in the archives. And of course, the Morning Steam off tomorrow, but Ramon comes on Game Day Picks on Tuesday and gives out a pick from every game on the board from the professional side.
Usually try to go whatever Tony didn't as far as side or total. So he gives some multiple opinions from us here at Tony'sPicks.com. There's plenty of games to go around and have to navigate a little bit around the premiums, and that's what I do. Try to give you more opinions, more plays, so you can have a great day, a great card, a lot of fun here. Go over to Tony's Picks Ramon, pick up my play right there tonight. I'll come up with another one. Haven't hit them all yet, so we'll find a play maybe in one of these late games and send the package over so people can see it and subscribe to it. If they have any reservations, make it real easy for them. Just make it a one-click where they can get on the website and get that package. Good to see everyone here from the chat. It's great that so many from the Morning Steam are represented here, including Charles, including Scotch, including Corday as well. So appreciate those folks very, very much. We had one of our most watched shows on Sunday. We'll mention that, which is pretty good, saying that we don't have the big sports necessarily, just a couple of playoff games and a bunch of Major League and WNBA. Thank you for mentioning that, Tony. Got a WNBA package that you can subscribe to there as well. So far, our show picks have been pretty good, so check those out as well. Hit me up in the Discord. I always try to bring a little bit of breaking news. I want to see more activity in there right now. I know we're getting to baseball season. Maybe, some people are going to drop their wagering menu a little bit, but still got plenty of information in there for you. And we got a couple of our viewers sharing tips and tickets and whatnot. So let's keep it active. Let's keep it going, folks. I'll always respond if you ask a question in there in the public part of the forum. Ramon, you like this, you like that, or something. I'll come up with something there. And also, Tony, you mentioned it. We're back with more Morning Steam on Wednesday. We're dark on Tuesdays. So Mindy and I'll be wrapping up several of all these series that we started to preview today a little bit. All those will be wrapping up on Wednesday, and a couple more as well in the major leagues. So we're about to hit that grind, but we got a little bit of action to tide us over as well with some of these other sports. The fact that I've gotten Mindy lockstep here with WNBA.
Oh yeah, I like that. I mean, Mindy was into it. She was upset. I think who was the team that had 3 points in the quarter? She was really hounding that.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to be seeing that. So obviously we have some very intriguing storylines in the league so far. We had some of our chat saying, boy, they'd rather watch paint dry. They'd rather watch women's college ball. I don't know. I think that this league, I think this is going to be their most successful season ever. Now, I think that's kind of the way this league is working year over year right now. The growth is just pretty unstoppable for this league. It's not like leagues in the past, and I think that's something to said for the stability of leagues now with television, with electronic media, Tony. Less likely, I think, the leagues are going to fail. I think even these two minor league football organizations might also continue their success because of their TV and whatnot. So,
streaming
I think
services.
It's a lot different.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a lot different than startups of the past. Just kind of tack it on to the fact that down in San Diego, we got an MLS team now to debut. They'll be team number 30. I mean, 30 teams in a professional soccer league. I remember back when professional soccer leagues were lasting a couple of years, and then
I'm going to throw you for a twist here. I can't believe how many. I have friends in the industry. That's why I kind of follow. I can't believe how many independent professional wrestling companies are in business. How much of it is out there? That just blows me away. And it's the streaming, you know. So
Apparently, yeah.
yeah,
Think of the late Alan Dinkinson and how he loved to go to those events just as much
PRG.
as a big one, right?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
these little promotions are surviving, and it's amazing. It's mainly because of streaming, and that's why I don't see XFL, USFL around here. We're seeing even the women's soccer leagues that survive. I know Paramount has put investment there, and they cover it through. I watch the CBS HQ. I recommend that if you just want to watch sports without the nonsense. They just give out the stats, they give out the facts, and that's it, which I like. They, you see them promoting them. But anyway, yeah. So it looks on the upswing here for sports, no doubt. So all right, guys, check out Ramon over at Tony's Pick Ramon for more content. You catch him over on the Discord. He moderates it. So if you put a post or you have a question for him, he'll get notification. He has his notifications on, so he'll respond to you immediately. All right, Ramon, have yourself a great night, great afternoon. We'll catch up with you tomorrow when you do your rundown here on Game Day Picks.
Okay, I'll get started. Thanks a lot.
Got it, Ramon.